Hi, I'm Kristin Boczany. I'm the Vice Principal for Academic Affairs at Immaculata High School.
And I'm Nancy Bonham. I'm the Dean of Academics here at Immaculata High School.
And today we're here to actually interview Mrs. Bonham and talk to her a little bit about our Marian Scholars Program. So how long have you been a moderator of Marian Scholars?
So it started about 10 years ago, and I came in towards the end of that first year. And we've slowly been evolving the program over time. It's really designed for students who are highly motivated, want to do research, want to pursue a passion outside of their regular school classes. And so the program starts in freshman year, and they apply as 8th graders coming in. And through their 4 years, we help them choose different topics to research. They have to present their research at a symposium that we hold every spring. And there are different levels within the program. Freshman year, they do one project. Sophomore year is another project. Junior and senior year, the Marian Scholars go into the AP capstone classes. So they take AP Seminar as a junior and AP Research as a senior.
So I haven't heard an awful lot about AP Capstone coming from different schools. Why is that? Why is AP Capstone a little, almost like a secret society?
So AP Capstone was developed maybe going on 10 years ago as well. And it came because a lot of colleges were reaching out to College Board to say, we have AP Bio, we have AP English, we have AP Calculus. But what we're not seeing is students with highly developed research, writing, and presentation skills. And so College Board developed this program called AP Capstone that has research at its core. And we had already had the Marian Scholars Program in place with research at its core, research and presentation skills, and it was just the perfect marriage. We knew that that program was in existence, and we applied as a school to be a capstone program, and we were accepted, and the teachers went for the training. And it's a perfect blend for our upperclassmen to be an AP capstone.
That's fantastic. So when you're talking about these students that are coming in as freshmen and then they go through the program, they enter into AP Seminar and AP Research, do you find yourself as one of the moderators for it, do you see the growth and the change, and how does that affect you as the teacher but also the class in general?
I mean, it's incredible to see the students coming in as freshmen, and they're in homeroom together, the freshman Marian Scholars. So they have a very specific homeroom teacher who works with them on research skills, how to find scholarly sources, how to synthesize those sources to create a presentation. They practice presenting all year, and they're very nervous freshman year, but they all do such a beautiful job. One of my favorite things at the symposium in the spring is that it's difficult to tell who's a freshman and who's a junior because they've worked so hard to polish their skills and their presentations. But to watch a student go from their freshman presentation, which is a little shorter and probably maybe less in depth, to their senior year capstone project, which is a 15-minute presentation along with a 5,000-word paper, similar in some ways to what they might have to defend a thesis in college. So to watch a student go from the freshman year to the senior year is just incredible. One student comes to mind. She researched as a freshman the Chernobyl disaster and how surprisingly wildlife began to thrive in a very unpredicted way. And then as a senior, her capstone project focused on how wildlife documentaries either do or do not increase awareness, which then in turn inspires people to take action for environmental consciousness, environmental ways to reduce climate change, ways to help animals. It was just absolutely phenomenal. And that student is now in a pre-veterinary program studying to work with animals.
So it can be said that her research kind of ignited that passion and she was able to work on that passion as a major in college. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, it was just incredible. And other students have reported back to us how The sophomore project for our Marian Scholars is it's modeled after a professional poster conference where they present their research and interact with people who ask them questions. And some of our graduates have gone on to be invited by their professors to join them at an actual research conference. We've had several students do that, which is just so awesome. And then they report back to us. We've had a few of them come and coach our sophomores because they've done it for real.
Right.
A few of them have been paid to do this, so
always a benefit.
That's a benefit. So what we hear back from our graduates is really incredible, and a showcase of their talent, and that we can help kind of support and guide them on the way is great.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. So if we have a prospective parent or prospective student or even a current student that's watching this right now, what is some advice that you can give out to them if they're thinking about Marian Scholars or they're thinking about AP Capstone to kind of get them ready for everything that they would be experiencing?
So one of the things that we look for the most is an innate curiosity. Are they curious about the world? You may not get A+ and everything. That's okay. What we care more about is you're just so motivated to find out about the world. So maybe you are informed on current events in some way. Maybe you have discussions with your family about what's going on around the world or in our state. Maybe you've traveled and you say, well, wow, how come this country does it this way and America does it this way? The curiosity is the key element. The curiosity and the motivation is key. So when we meet with prospective scholars, we ask them to tell us, like, what is it about the world that what are you so interested in? What would you like to learn about? When we have current students who are interested, we ask them those same questions. We ask their teachers, is this the kind of student who walks up after class and says, I know you were talking about the Red Scare during class today. How can I find out more? Almost like an insatiable thirst for more. Those are the kind of kids who really thrive in the program.
That's amazing. And thank you so much for all the work that you do and Mrs. Masilla D'Angelo does in the program. And I know we keep building on it. And this has been a great conversation about the Immaculata AP Marian Scholar Program.